All right, y'all, we are back with another video. I definitely had to bring y'all this one. Now, I seen this one by the Officer Tatum, where he said illegal migrants riot over ICE mass deportations. And the thing is now, they starting to just riot all in the middle of the highways, like blocking the interstate. Like they are just going crazy. And Donald Trump is doing the right thing, getting criminals out of this country, just like he promised all of us he would do. And a lot of these illegal aliens are mad that Donald Trump is getting criminals who did horrible things to the American people and trying to send them back to where they came from. And now they are rioting all in the middle of the highways, having standoffs with the police. This right here is just getting out of hand, and Donald Trump got word of it at the White House. So we definitely finna go ahead and check this out. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. That way you can stay up to date with everything that's going on. And like I said before, Donald Trump is doing the right thing. It ain't like he changed anything. Donald Trump ran on saying, I'm gonna get the illegal aliens out of this country. I'm getting them up out of here. He ran on it, so it ain't like it's a surprise or something. It's not a surprise. This is what President Trump said he's going to do, and now they want to riot and be all in the middle of highways, stopping traffic and all of that crap. So like I said, without further ado, let's dive straight into it. Let me all know in the comment section who all stayed to the end, because it definitely helps get the video out there, and it definitely helps the channel out a lot.
First off, this is a PSA for you illegal aliens. If you're illegally in America, don't you take your somewhere and protest with the Mexican flag, because we gonna come and we gonna take you and kick you out of our country.
Yep.
If you a Mexican and you live here, you're an American citizen, don't you take your to the freeway and fly the Mexican flag somewhere. If you so proud of Mexico, why don't you live there?
Exactly.
Why don't you live there? You can move there. Go move to Mexico since you're so proud of Mexico. It's just, the hypocrisy is insane to me. I don't know how people think that makes any sense whatsoever. I could not believe that I saw people blocking the freeway to protest ICE. You're protesting them taking out criminals from this country.
Exactly.
And I'm talking about the people that they've taken out of this country aren't just illegal.
Yep.
They're illegal, and they committed felonious crimes.
That's what I just said.
Many of which involve children and women. And y'all on the freeway protesting.
That's
Take them
crazy.
All. ICE, y'all know where to go. Thank
Get
y'all
them
for
out of
gathering.
here.
Hope we can get them all right there. If you're illegally in our country and you go and do something like this, they should.
And guess what? If y'all can see on the screen right there, they already in a good spot for Tom Homan to just get them all up out of here. Like, that's crazy. They trying to get criminals and stuff up out of here, and they trying to protest it. Like this is crazy. They, like Officer Tatum said, they did horrible things to children and women and stuff like that. And then they want to sit in the middle of the freeway and protest and block traffic. This is crazy.
Deport you immediately. You burn an American flag, I like them to do more to you, but I think it's only fair if they just deport you. How you gonna be running around this country, flying a flag from a country you don't even want to be at?
Yeah.
How you showing pride to a country you don't even want to live in?
That's
Y'all gotta stop
crazy.
this. You live in America. You want to protest? That's fine. Get off the freeway. Y'all could protest on the overpass up there. On the freeway, you know, I think if people ran them over, I'm not suggesting that people do it, but I think if somebody ran them over, that shouldn't be against the law. How's that against the law? You ain't supposed to be on the freeway. The vehicle has the right of way on the freeway. You can't just be on the freeway. People got somewhere to be. They got places to go. They shouldn't have to be hampered because you want to prove a point. And I'll tell you this, the only point that these people are proving is why they should be deported. And if they're not deportable, which means that they either became a citizen or they're working here legally, you're messing the reputation up of all the other Mexican people. There's not one Mexican person that I know that's reasonable that says that they like this idea. And it gets even worse. They became violent with cops and everything else like that. Let's play the other clip. Doing this right on the freeway. Y'all gotta be.
That is
insane.
wild, man.
Play the clip.
And we begin with breaking news here on 12 News at 10. A chaotic scene. Look at this Glendale police cruiser. A police officer is not driving it. It has just been stolen by a masked protester. You see, he jumps out.
Now look at that. A mass protester stole a police car and jumped out and started running so he can try to blend in with the crowd so they don't know who he is. And they see the reason why Donald Trump is trying to get these illegal aliens out of here, just because stuff like this. And now they want to get mad and riot, steal police cars. This is crazy. This is what Kamala Harris, the Biden administration, this is what they allowed. This is exactly what they allowed. Just destroying our freaking country. Now they up here stealing police cars. Man, this is ridiculous, y'all.
Glendale police cruiser. A police officer is not driving it. It has just been stolen by a masked protester. You see, he jumps out, runs away as a police helicopter tries to find him as he tries to hide in the crowd here. Hundreds of protesters filling the streets. The driver then speeding through the streets. The windshield of the vehicle is smashed. Protesters setting off and throwing fireworks at officers, doing donuts in crowded streets with their cars, all protesting the Trump administration's deportation plans.
That's
Thank
crazy.
you for joining us here for 12 News at 10. Those protests happening near 67th Avenue and Camelback Road. 12 News is there tonight.
This is in Phoenix.
Gabriella Becerra has been witnessing what's going on. Gabby, what do you see?
Well, Troy, I'm standing just south on 67th Avenue where this protest is still very active and alive. Take a look behind me. There are hundreds of people currently standing in the middle of the intersection. They're blocking the road. You can see they're waving around the Mexican flag and holding up signs. Not really active right now, but on and off every few minutes or so. We've seen some street racing, some people doing donuts, and that's what that smoke in the air over the intersection is. But again, take another look at that video. My photographer and I were standing on the corner just after 8:30 when a man apparently smashed the windshield and overtook that Glendale police car. We watched him drive it into the middle of the intersection at a high rate of speed before running off into the crowd. And just before that, protesters were walking toward officers in riot gear and at times throwing stuff, including fireworks at the officers. Glendale police did come over the intercom several times telling people to back away from those officers and to get out of the street. Now, Glendale and Phoenix police have this intersection closed down and the roads closed in both directions.
And you see the reason why Donald Trump is trying to get rid of them. You see the reason why. Stealing police cars, smashing the window, protesting in the middle of the street, trying to attack police officers. This is ridiculous. And that's the reason why Donald Trump is cleaning up the streets. And he's going to continue to do that whether they like it or not. They can do that. They can protest all they want. It's fun. You got Mexican flag, but you don't want to live there. I mean, it just don't make any sense at all.
We've asked Glendale police for an update on any arrests or injuries, especially including that demonstrator who maybe stole that police car, and we'll keep you updated with what we learned from them. Back to you, Troy.
So we were watching the police tactics back here, Gabby, and it didn't appear like they were doing much at all to try to get the protesters to move out or the cars doing donuts. And do you know whether or not the appeared to be a young man who stole that police cruiser was caught?
Well, just before that, the stolen car happened, we were actually right up on the line with those protesters. They were moving towards the officers, and the officers in riot gear were moving back at times, letting off pepper balls or what appeared to be pepper spray. And so at times, some of the demonstrators were running back or running away. But it's unclear at this time if the person who stole that police cruiser has been caught.
And also, it looks like it's still a very active scene behind you. We're talking now about several hours of this protest going on behind you, correct?
That's right. We know people have been out here since around 5 o'clock. We got here just around 8 o'clock, and things have been very active since then. Things are, dying down a little bit compared to when we were here. It seemed like a lot of people ran away when that police cruiser was stolen, but still a lot of people are out here. The roads are blocked. There's been people standing along the sides of the street down 67th Avenue where this is all neighborhoods.
And one quick thing about the traffic in the area. Gabby, are those streets still shut down right now?
They are. We're actually standing just on the side of the street here on 67th Avenue.
I'm trying not to say nothing that'll get me in trouble. But Mexican people, this is the crazy thing, because black people do the same silly stuff. Liberals and minorities are essentially acting in such a way that makes them appear, not saying that it is true, but it makes them appear unworthy to be in America. I'm just throwing it out there. Leftists hate this country. They hate everything about America.
Yep.
They want to destroy American history. They bludgeon people in the middle of the street. They burn buildings. They do all kind of crazy stuff. Then you have the people of the melanin that run around and complain every single day of the week about injustices that don't really exist. Instead of them getting up and doing something about it, they rather complain and blame the white man. Then they go and vote for the same party that prioritize illegal aliens and Hispanic people over black people, and they still running with it. And then you have Hispanic people. Now, I would argue that the Hispanic people nowadays work way harder than the black people do. And they have more of a family unit. They believe in God, probably more. But then you got the ones that come over here illegal and they feel entitled. Y'all,
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I was blamed it on Kamala Harris. They feel entitled because of, you know what I'm saying, what Kamala Harris say to grant them sex changes, free housing, all of that stuff. Now they done got so used to it, that's what they want to continue to get. But Donald Trump already said, you ain't finna get none of that. But like I said before, the Biden administration destroyed this freaking country. And that's the reason why these illegal aliens is acting like this. This is the reason why, because they allow so many to come across their border. Now you got a lot of them that don't want to go back, feel like they can just do whatever they want, and they're not going to be able to do that under Donald Trump's administration. He's not going to allow it. So like I said, this is a blame on the Biden administration, and this is what they caused. But like I said before, Donald Trump been in office, what, 3-4 weeks now? And he has done more in 3 or 4 weeks than Joe Biden did in 4 years. It's true. It's true.
Y'all need to figure it out. When Trump didn't win, you saw one protest at the Capitol. You didn't see protests around the country. You didn't see burning buildings down and stealing patrol cars and beating up and bludgeoning people.
Nope.
and burning buildings. And you didn't see none of that stuff from the white man. When a white man gets shot in the back by a cop unarmed, you don't see no protests. You don't see him out in the streets cussing and flipping out and spitting on people. You don't never see none of that. Can the rest of y'all get in line? Every time I think about, I get upset about this. We are Americans, all of us.
Yep.
I don't care where your ancestors came from. If you were born here on this soil, you are an American.
Yep.
Some of y'all not worth it to be American, because if your mama just came over here and popped one out illegally, I don't want to count you, but technically you count as an American. And let's move forward. It wasn't your fault, so don't worry about it. That's for another story. You come over here, we're Americans. You should appreciate this country.
Yep.
And if you don't, just go back to where you appreciate things.
Exactly.
If you're running around here with a Mexican flag, why don't you go to Mexico? If y'all so valuable here, can't you go to Mexico and make it better? I don't understand.
I was thinking about that too. Like, why won't you go to Mexico if you run around protesting with Mexican flags? Like, why you don't want to stay there? If it's so important for you to hold that flag up, why you just won't go there? I mean, I don't get that either. That is crazy.
The logic here. America's so bad you're willing to denigrate, destroy, deface, burn the American flag because you don't like how America operate. Brother, it's got to be like an 8-hour drive or less for you to get to Mexico from Phoenix. Go to Mexico. Put your taco stand in Mexico. Start you a business in Mexico. Do some real estate in Mexico. Go, I don't know, go do what you think you're doing here. Go do some grapes and do some avocados and stuff. Do all that in Mexico. Since it's so free and you fly that flag every day of the week. Y'all better cut it out, man. I'm trying not to get upset. That's why I'm trying to be calm. But it really bothers me when I think of this. Go to the next clip. This is in L.A.
Wow.
But I don't know why we can't all just get along. Why we can't just be one. Why we got to be broke off into groups. I don't care. My ancestors came from Nigeria. I know that because I looked up my Ancestry.com. I ain't never been to Nigeria. I don't know nobody that's in Nigeria. I just looked it up, and my ancestors come from Nigeria. And in America, my lineage comes from Georgia. And it looked like they settled in Texas, where they established a city called Tatum, Texas. I don't know if they were slaves when they came over here or they were free, but Tatum, Texas was established. All my family originated from East Texas, Tatum, Texas, you name it. And now we ended up in Fort Worth, Texas, and it came, and now I'm here. And then my family, I created my whole family in Arizona. No matter where you come from, we're Americans. We should be on one accord in one line doing one thing, and that is to benefit the United States of America. You don't come over here and bastardize, plagiarize, take from
exactly, because that's what they trying to do. And like I mentioned before, for like the third, fourth time, this is what the Biden administration caused. Like when these people start feeling entitled, feel like they can do whatever they want, they can harm people, nothing happened. Just like we seen them attacking police officer, and what happened? They let them right back out of jail pretty much the same day. Just let them right back out of jail after attacking the police officers. When they feel entitled, feel like they can just get away with all this stuff, they're gonna keep doing it. And so it's gonna take somebody like President Trump to stop all of this, to punish them from for attacking police officers and send them back to where they came from. Because think about it, if Kamala Harris would have won, we would be in a world of trouble. So we really dodged a bullet. And glad that Kamala Harris did not get elected. We dodged a freaking bullet. So whatever they do is not going to stop President Trump and Tom Homan for sending them back to where they came from. So that they can try all they want.
Dollars to go send it to another country, to advocate for another country, to do all this other stuff. I don't like it. And I'm glad that Donald Trump is deporting people.
Yep.
I used to just be okay with him just deporting the criminals. Now I want him to deport everybody. Every single person that's in this country illegally, I can't help you, man. You shouldn't have came here illegally. Because every time I feel sorry for somebody who came here illegally, I look over to the right and I say, what about the people who came here legally? Look at all the shenanigans they had to go through, the money they had to pay, the hope and the dream and the prayer to just have an opportunity to be here in America. And they endured and they put up with it. And they probably was done wrong in the process, had to pay immigration attorneys. You name it, they did all of this stuff just to be here. And then some entitled nut who don't even want to speak English or whatever come over here and think, it all belongs to me.
Yeah, like they can do whatever they want.
I deserve that. I deserve on taxpayer dollars. The money I work hard for, you work hard for, they work hard for, payroll tax, income tax, state tax, sales tax, death tax, capital gains tax. I mean, they living off the money that we didn't work hard for. Free. They going bumping and grinding, pumping and sweating, have 5 or 6 kids, free. You go to the hospital, they gonna look at you crazy. They counting up the cost. You want an epidural?
Yep.
That's another. Ibuprofen. We had to do stitches. That's another. C-section. You had a surgery and
Trump had to put a stop to this.
They go down a list of stuff they gonna charge you with, but the legals come over here. They don't charge them nothing. They get hurt on your dollar. They have kids on your dollar. They go to jail on your dollar. They fed in jail on your dollar. They getting unemployment and all.
They getting everything.
Y'all just know the surface stuff. These illegals come over here and they cheat the system. They get on workman's comp and then they work in another job. You can't track them because they don't have an identification. They don't have a social security number. So they can be getting government service and be working at the same time. They're not paying taxes.
And don't even know it.
They're not filing taxes. They don't have no way of tracking them. Act like they hurt on the job. They get hurt on the job. They live in America 100% free. Yeah, but they out there working. Yeah, somebody else will love to work that job, but they willing to work it for cheaper. Because they got 6, 7 people living in one house. They'll work that job for $2.99 under the table. Because all of them working for $2.99, that's like $20 an hour in one household. This is the stuff that y'all don't hear about. Now, are there good people who are Hispanic? Yes. The lady that clean our houses, we love them. They're great. We bomb stuff for their kids. And
like you said, it could be some good ones, but you have like the illegal ones that's out here committing crime that mess it up for them. And then at that point, it just make you want to say, you know what? All y'all got to go back. All y'all got to go back. So they even mess it up for the good ones that, like I said, that's here legal. Legally. So it's like, this is what happens all the freaking time.
We bought them stuff for their kids and everything. They've been with us for 4 years now. They clean our house every day. We're going to give them to clean the headquarters. I love them. I don't know if they legal or not. I don't know. They just been good to us. I don't want to get them deported, but hey, I like them. But hey, if they come run up at our house and they start checking IDs and y'all don't check out, hey, maybe we can advocate for you. Help you come back, but you gotta go, Pancho. I think that we should have a system in place where we can have sponsors. Like, meaning, when they start deporting all these people, which I think we definitely should, the criminals, they can go to hell, all I care. But the good people that are here just trying to live a life, they got tricked into coming here. They were convinced they should come here. They were just trying to make it happen, man. What would you do? You probably do the same thing. But they over here, it's like, hey, but you ain't got nobody vouching for you. You going straight back. But maybe you can have a sponsor. Maybe there's an American person that's like, look, this person worked for me. I didn't know they were illegal, or this person is my family member or something. Let me put in for them. I'll pay for their stuff to get them to come back, to get it the right way, because they haven't committed a crime. They not out here stealing and dealing. They just trying to make ends meet. All right, I'll sponsor that person. Put them on the list for an American citizen to sponsor them. I think I'll do that. You can't, and no company can sponsor people. It has to be individuals.
Right.
They have to have an individual voucher. I might be okay with that. All right.
All right, y'all. We'll stop it right there. I will make sure y'all go over and go check out The Officer Tatum. Great YouTuber, man. Love his content. Make sure y'all please go subscribe to his channel. Let him know in the comment section that The Real Adogg sent you. But I definitely had to check this out. I'm like, man, this is the reason why Donald Trump had to leave out the White House. You know, when you get these type of calls, look what they doing now. Now they blocking the freaking freeway. They out in the middle of the road, stopping traffic. This is the stuff that has to come to an end. So, like I said, they even mess it up for the ones that's good, that ain't even getting in trouble. And they just mess it up, and you just got to send them all back, deport them, get them all sent back. So, like I said, y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this. Thank you all for watching, and I catch y'all in the next one.